Good morning, everybody. Eddie the Block here, the Relic Extractors, coming with the cleanups from this past Saturday's dig. Um, Hope all the dads out there had a great Father's Day, and we'll just jump right into this. And this is just the notables. I mean, I've got a bucket full of slicks, that I got to clean up and lot up, um, for the people who like to buy them and put labels on them and do whatever else they like to do with them. So let's just jump right into it here. We'll get to the really good stuff in a minute. So let's just start with the more common stuff real quick. Here's the Porter's Painking, and it is a light strike on the embossing. I'll probably just end up setting this out at the art sale this weekend for like $1 or $2, whatever. Let's see if I can get the embossing on there for you. Right there. Yeah, flip it over. There you can faintly see where it says Painking. Alright, next, I've seen these before. I've never really researched it. It is patent dated on the bottom, January 24th of 1888, Whitehall Tainham Company, USA. And then in a slug plate on the front, it just says Olney, O-L-N-E-Y. Some type of medicine. I never really researched it. It's just something I can Google, I guess. So that's that one. And then we have this, fairly common but nice little extract, fruit flavor, McMonigal and Rogers from Middletown, New York. It does have a little tiny chip in the edge of the base there. It's just the way these bottles were made too. Sometimes they get the little rough edge on them. The way they were blown in the mold. There's this pretty fancy shaker with that, I don't want to say herringbone, but it almost looks like a fish skeleton kind of pattern on it, paneled. Probably some type of spice container or some type of shaker like that. It was a ground and then polished lip, so it is a little earlier. This is something that Nate had tossed up out of his hole, and I'm probably just going to put this one out for free too, because I just noticed it has a chip in the lip right there. It's Ed Pinard Perfume from Paris. It's got that nice design on the side panel, and then I guess signature, if on the base. This is one of the older ones. It's got that really thin, square style lip on it. Seems to be a little out of focus here. So, all right, let's get on to the next one here. I didn't mess with this too much. It's the extract of Jamaica ginger. I don't know, I'm having a problem focusing here today. There we go. I guess that's about as good as that's going to get. So yeah, I'm not going to mess with that too much. I might be able to rinse it out a little bit without compromising the label too much anymore. Let's go to the Insulator. Cleaned up fairly decent. There you see the shop number on it. And the patent date. November 13th, 1883. It looks like it's got a little bit of fracture on the inside where the threads are. That's probably from the pole coming down and, from the impact of the dowel that screws into, the little post that screws into the insulator. Still displays pretty nice. Let's jump back over here. Almost forgot about the Westfall bottle. This is the one that was stuck in the ash just above the shelf line there where I was working at it. Cleaned up pretty good, and I can't tell if that's in the glass or if it's a fracture. I mean, it looks like a fracture to me, like a bruise. I might hand this off to my cousin to put in her barber shop. She cuts hair, so it is a hair tonic of some sort. Let her display it in her barber shop, and she likes little bottles occasionally. And here's that Riker container. Here's the lid that you guys saw in the last video, and then that's exactly what it goes to. It's the jar that we dug yesterday, or the other day, I'm sorry. It is Monday morning. And here's the Orange County Lady Leg beer, crown top. It's nice tool mark on it. I got to clean this one up a little bit more, but great embossing. All right, let's get into the Marmalade Jar here. Like I said, they're not rare by any means. This is the first time I've seen it this small of a size, the shorter size. I got one that's a little bit taller, like it's a full pound or something like that. I'm assuming this would be like a half-pound jar. But yeah, compared to what you saw in the video, this cleaned up pretty good. I just let it soak in the muriatic acid for a few hours. And cleaned up pretty good. And it does have a little chip on the lip right here, unfortunately. But I'll fix that. Like I said, a little bit of milliput and a little bit of a flake right there off the base. And it is embossed. It does say Newcastle on it. And then whatever it is across this right here, I can't really make it out. So we'll see what anybody has any information on that. And I'm afraid to soak this in the muriatic acid to clean it up any further. I'm thinking that the muriatic acid will probably eat that gold leafing off of this. So I gotta think of a less aggressive method on cleaning this urn up. And but for the most part, it cleaned up fairly well for just rinsing it off. Using a couple little brushes and an old toothbrush to clean it up. So I'm thinking it is like a dogwood pattern. It is not marked, so anybody's guess is as good as mine as far as origin on this. I mean, it could be of some type of Oriental descent, but a lot of early English pieces were influenced and copied on the Oriental style too. So it could be a little urn, or a little ginger jar. So a little more research on this I'm going to have to do. And but yeah, it's whole. There's no damage. That's just rust and stuff that's caked to it there on the lip, on the rim here. And lid would have been nice to find with that. I would have been interested to see how decorative the lid was on this. So, all right, moving along here. And these are just the notables. Like I said, I got a whole bucket of stuff behind me over here that I got to clean up. So here's the Father John's. And cleaned up pretty decent. Nice embossing on it. They're relatively common. I've dug them in all sizes. I don't think I've dug anything any smaller than this, but I have dug them quite a bit larger, gigantic ones. And this is the Liquizone that John had left behind. Again, this cleaned up, pretty decent. Nice strong embossing on it. And no damage. And oh, let's go over here. I almost forgot about the Isaac Crayons hutch. Still got a little bit of water in it. So there it is. Cleaned up pretty decent. It's the older style. Probably, like I said, around 1880s, late 1880s, early 1890s. Great color to it. So that cleaned up really nice. Look at the top. The top is like perfect on it. I did lose the stopper after letting it soak, but it was broken in half inside the bottle, so I wasn't too worried about it. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to let this truck roll by me here real quick. They're doing some tree work down the road, so. The only downfall of this road here. Here's the Warner's Safe Kidney and Liver Cure that came out. Like I said, when I reached up underneath it and I was wiping away, I could feel all the embossing on it. Sometimes you just know what it is without even looking at it. So it is an older one. And it's got some really nice twist in the neck there. You can see the little drip of glass where the top was applied. The panel here where my thumb is, where it says trademark, right in here, is really like pushed in, like it was still hot or something, and just kind of sunk in the bottle a little bit. So a little funky, but no damage. Cleaned up really nice, and yeah, just gonna add that to my collection there. You can see some really nice drip marks on the applied top there. So that was cool. That was probably the day maker for me. And stoneware jar and the ginger jar and the hutch were just like bonuses. So yeah, so that's it. It was a good day. Chef Annie was the luck charm, good luck charm there. Like I said, it was a short day. It was only like 3 hours, maybe 3.5 by the time we got out. We did a little bit of walking around on the way out. Nate had already left, and so yeah, we picked a couple things that are still in the bucket that we got to clean up, that Nate had tossed aside. And actually, I think it was the Pinard and the Porter's Painting that he had tossed out, and that shaker right there that we saw a little earlier. So yeah, well, everybody, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, and God bless, and we'll see you on the next dig.